is where, I spend time teaching various technologies. I'm happy to see many learners of mine have transitioned from their current role to the role of AI and, even cloud related technologies. So this is about me. I have got a good view of, many of you have sent your profile. Thanks for that. So I have a good understanding what the profile looks like, what the participant learners are. So I can see mostly you are from non-AI background, but most of you are related to the IT or, software engineering mostly. So with that in mind, I can plan the session ahead. Perfect. So before I start the session, I would also, let's keep it interactive. Let's keep the session interactive. Let me know what you are looking forward to from this session. So what are you looking forward from the session, right? Do let me know about that. What I am planning in this session. So I can see most of you do not have a good background of, AI. So maybe I can start with what is AI and what is Gen AI in particular, why it is viral right now, right? Which product is viral? ChatGPT. So I'll just have a give you an overview about that. That what is AI, why it is becoming so viral, especially the ChatGPT. Once we go through it, I will explain you with couple of demos, right? How you can integrate ChatGPT, the product ChatGPT, into your applications, right? In the current applications, how they are being integrated. Lastly, if time permits, apart from ChatGPT universe, there are other Gen AI products which can be integrated into your applications, right? So for example, there are Hugging Face models, right? I will explain you what are those. Instead of ChatGPT, you can use them. I'll give you an overview if time permits. And lastly, we will end the session with conclusion. So this is my plan for this session. And as you can see, I'm not going to run through slides, okay? I'm going to make it very interactive. We'll have a lot of whiteboarding session here so that your attention is there on the webinar. Perfect. Okay, so many of you have asked for examples how ChatGPT can help you in programming. So that I can include in the second part where I can show you how ChatGPT can be used for different applications or different domains, including development of codes and maybe some, related to marketing. I can show you some demos on that. ChatGPT in data engineering analytics, sure. So I think most of you are focusing on how we can use ChatGPT. What the intention of this session was also how you can integrate ChatGPT into your applications. Okay. Perfect. Great. So I can see many queries are also there that you are having a pushback on implementing GPT design solution due to security. Does GPT-4 enterprise solve that? Yeah, sure. So these are little advanced topics. I'll try to include them. But yeah, this will be the flow of things for me today. Yeah. Anyone has any more suggestions here? Please do let me know. I can plan the session ahead. Yeah. The idea is the next 45 minutes, all of you should have something to take away from the webinar. Yeah. Perfect. So now with this, let me start directly with what is the difference. Let's see how many of you can answer between AI and Gen AI. Why are these two words separate? Why are previously, if you see, mostly people were talking AI, Now they have started using the word Gen AI. What is the difference between the two? Yes, the first answer is correct. Gen AI is a subset of AI. That's correct. But what is special about the word Gen AI? And why is it being used more now? Okay, perfect. So let me explain to all of you. I can see many of you are not I am not conversant with that. Let's try to understand. So AI, as you all know, is what? Artificial intelligence. Right? It is artificial intelligence. Now, till now, I would say till now means what? 2021 end, or let's say 2002, early 2002, right? We were mostly using the word AI. Now, what generally AI means was that you make a machine. One of the ways to create artificial intelligence is what? You make a machine learn data and it will start predicting based on the data it has learned. Okay. How many of you are clear with this? That artificial intelligence is what? One of the ways to create artificial intelligence is we make a machine learn historical data, whatever data we capture from sensors, etc. For example, Google Maps, right? It captures data from our mobile and it will plan, or it will give you an idea where the traffic is, not which route we should take. There is some AI involved there, right? Gone are the days where you go from point A to B without looking into Google Maps, right? So all of us are using artificial intelligence every, or to amplify the decisions we are making, right? This was not the way before. So basically it was predicting based on the data it has learned. Now, this was the general meaning of AI. But there was in late 2021, approximately November 2021, there was a product release called ChatGPT, and it is gone viral then. When I say viral, what do you mean by viral? It was the fastest to reach 100 million subscribers. In the history of mankind, 1 million subscribers it reached within 2 months. I think by January it had 1 million subscribers, and within even 100 million subscribers it reached within 6 months, which took years for Facebook to make. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say here? So I'm just giving you some idea what is ChatGPT and how it is linked with Gen AI. Okay, do give me in your comments, are you understanding what I'm trying to explain? Yeah. So ChatGPT went viral, and there was, so initially most of us used to use this word, a chat gpt, but now instead of chat gpt, people have started using a generic word which is Gen AI. Okay, so now AI, as I explained you before, it was more predictive in nature. Okay, it means that it has learned the data, and it will predict for you based on the data it has learned. But with Gen AI, generative AI, the full form of this is what? Generative artificial intelligence. The word generative is very important. What does this mean? It means that now it has learned the data, but it is not now only predicting. It is doing prediction, but not only prediction, it has started generating data. So it is like this. Suppose I teach a child, right, English words, right? What the child can do, it can create a poem. a new poem, right? Based on the English words it has learned, what it can do, it can generate a new poem. Now this is where artificial intelligence was failing. AI was failing here. It was not able to generate a new poem. It was able to learn English words. It was able to, learn poems. But if you asked it to generate a new poem, it was not able to do it. Even if it was able to do it, it was not able to do it well. Not acceptable it was doing. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say? This is post before 2021. Okay. But now with ChatGPT, which demonstrated on November 2021, it showcased that it could generate AI and it did it better than or equal to human beings. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say? Is it making sense to all of you? That post ChatGPT, when November 2021 it was released, people were astonished to see that, okay, boss, this is AI, but it can also generate new things. Okay, perfect. So Siddharth has asked, has it passed Turing test? So that is where, after when it was demonstrated that it is doing so well, it was applied to not only Turing test, but many other tests like law exams of US, medical exams of US, and obviously it had learned the textbooks, it had learned all the content of these exams, but some of these exams required thinking availability, right? It means thinking means what? They would create case studies, right? And they would ask us to answer it. Now solving case studies requires manual thinking, right? It requires some thinking from man, or manual thinking in order to make some accuracy there. But they were astonished to see that even ChatGPT could comprehend the case studies as good as human beings and come out with great solutions. And this is where it went viral. Okay. Now, that is why a new word was, or not a new word, but a new language, a new buzzword was found, which is called Gen AI. Okay, so Gen AI means what? It's a generative AI. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a product which does generative AI. Now, my next question to all of you is, who created ChatGPT? There is a lot of news going on right now also, but who created ChatGPT? Right? Many of you have mentioned Sam Altman, but yeah, he was the CEO or the head of the company called OpenAI. Okay, so OpenAI was the company which released ChatGPT, and it was working on it since 2015. Okay, it was working on it since 2015, but it went viral when? In 2021. With which version of ChatGPT? ChatGPT 3. So ChatGPT 3 was released in 2021 November, and that is where people were astonished to see its generative capability, and it went viral. Right? So there's a lot of discussion now whether ChatGPT will replace all our jobs, yes or no. All these discussions are going on. Okay. So initially it was started, yeah, one of you have mentioned, Susanta. It was started with the intention of being not for profit, non-profit organization. And it said that it wanted to create AI which was free for all, the source was free for all, and the intention was that Google and Apple and Amazon, right? Only these companies should not have the access to creating AI, but general public should also have all the access it was created with the intention that it will create AI which will be publicly available for all. Okay. So it wanted to compete with these companies, and it did not want that only these companies control the AI technology. Sorry, I forgot to mention Microsoft here. Right. But what happened? It requires a lot of money to do the research, right? So people like Elon Musk, etc., are claiming that they had contributed approximately $10 million for its research. But in 2019 or 21 or 22, in fact 23, Microsoft invested $9 billion in this company and is indirectly controlling OpenAI now. Okay. So now if you see, a lot of OpenAI products are used in Microsoft. In fact, Microsoft is releasing a new product. I'm sure many of you have heard about it. Microsoft, I had given a webinar on that, Copilot. What it is doing, it is using all these OpenAI learnings and all these OpenAI technologies now in its product, Microsoft Copilot. So most of the companies in India will also start rolling this. So what you will see in all Windows product, you will see, including Teams, Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, there will be a AI, generative AI. What it can do, it can write emails for you, it can create reports for you, it can based on your meetings, it can create notes for you. So all those generative thing can be done by Copilot itself. So it will be like Pilot for you, and it will work on different applications. So now you just feed the data, ask the Copilot some questions, it will generate the graph for you. So gone will be the days when you had to generate your own graph. Copilot will do it for you. So all these technologies of Copilot is heavily inspired by OpenAI ChatGPT. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to explain, right? So this is the brief history about AI technologies, right? Now, before I give you some demos, let me give you an idea. OpenAI has not only developed ChatGPT, there are many products, but ChatGPT is OpenAI, which is indirectly controlled by Microsoft, right? Now my question to all of you is, these are Gen AI technologies, right? What is the product of Google? What is the Gen AI product of Google similar to ChatGPT? All of you? Right, Bard. So Bard is also a ChatGPT stuff. Bard, right? What is Facebook or Meta making? Anyone? Right, Llama. Okay. Bard, as many of you have mentioned, Palm AI is also a Bard, which is given by it's an API link of Bard which we can use. It's called Palm AI, so I'll just mention that. Okay. Does Amazon have any of its own Gen AI product? So most companies now are developing their own Gen AI product. Okay. Now there is another parallel world called open source world, which many are using very aggressively now, even in enterprise, and mostly these are Hugging Face models. All of you can write this and send it to me. Hugging Face. So what is Hugging Face? Let me show you. So if you see, Hugging Face is a community that is building the future. Hugging Face is the community which is building the models for the future. So it's a open source world. You can download the model and use it. So a lot of these ChatGPT models, if you see OpenChat 3.5, Whisper Large, right? Microsoft Orca, all these are models which you can use and apply it in your application. So you'll have to look at the licensing part of it, but you can start utilizing it. Okay. So for example, Llama has also, Meta Llama, they have also uploaded their source files here, which you can use directly in your applications. Okay. Is it making sense to all of you? So Hugging Face is what? A community. It has a lot of models, a lot of repositories, etc., which it has kept there. Perfect. Now, so this is a good idea about ChatGPT, okay, and the world of Gen AI. Now, my next question is, how do I use ChatGPT? How do I use ChatGPT? Anyone? I'm sure many of you have used it. How do I use ChatGPT? Very good. So, OpenAI has its own website from which we can use. Also, what is there? I'm asking the interface from where I can use. Very good. So on the website, there is web app, that it is there, and there is also now a phone app, right? You have phone apps both on Android and Google. You can use that, right? Now the third way. So this is how you can access directly ChatGPT. Okay, let us first look at this and then I will come to the third part of it. Okay, so let us log in into ChatGPT. So I go and search ChatGPT. So if you see, I have directly logged into it, right? Because I had already given my login password, etc. Therefore, I am able to log into it directly. Okay. Now, I know many of you are very new. Some of you have suggested you want to look at applications of ChatGPT. I can show you some example. For example, many of you are developers here. You were asking me how it can help us in programming. So for example, write a code on in Python to play tic-tac-toe with machine, and the code should run on Google Colab. So I know most of you must be knowing Google Colab is a platform where I can run Python code. So it is writing code for me. All of you can see here ChatGPT 3.5 version I am using. It is writing a code for me, and this is on chat.openai.com. So I am using the web app of OpenAI here. It has written the code. I will not even look at it. I'll just copy this code. Suppose I open Google Colab. I open a new notebook. How many of you are following what I'm trying to do here? Suppose I copy paste this code. So all of you, I have not even looked at the code. This is the code generated by OpenAI. Let's see whether we can do what I wanted to do. What is that? I wanted to play tic-tac-toe with machine. Let's see. So I run this code. The server is connecting here. You can check. So you see here, welcome to tic-tac-toe. Enter the row 0. Enter the column 1. So if you see, I have put 0. I have put a Chris here, the machine AI's turn, it has put a cross here. Let's put another one. First row, first column. So you see here it has put, AI has put it here. Let's put 0 row, second column, right? The AI has put it here. Now let me put 1 here. So I have lost the match. Let's put it 2. Sorry. Yeah, let's put 2 and 2. You see here, AI has won the match. How many of you are impressed by this? I don't know nothing about Python. I just gave a prompt. This is called a prompt. You may have come across the word called prompt engineering. So I wrote a prompt, ChatGPT gave me code, I just ran it on the platform and boom, I am done. This work would have easily costed me few hours from a developer. I have done it in no time. Okay, so there is a question by Mark, would be funny if the AI lost. So you can also prompt that. So this is where prompt engineering comes. Write a code in Python to play tic-tac-toe with machine, which always loses, which always loses. So if I if I write that, I'm sure what it will do, it will write a code which will do that. Not only it is giving me this thing, it is giving me 2 set of codes which I can play around with. How many of you, if you have seen it for the first time, are super impressed that the discussions whether ChatGPT or whether Gen AI will take our roles or will reduce the number of hours the developer puts in, you can see it in front of your eyes. It is pretty effective. Okay, not only that, yeah, one of you have asked bug fixes of existing code. It does that very well. I am been using it. It does that very well. I can show a quick demo of that and then we can move forward. So for example, I create a error here. So this integer, all of you please note, I am removing here int, okay, and I'm taking this code and I'm pasting it, debug the code, and I'm pasting the code here. Let's see what it tells us. So all of you remember I had removed nt in some of the place. You can see here I have given debug the code and you see it has answered it, and let's see what it has made the changes to. So here you see I had written it has made it int. I'm sure it will write a message at the end that input to integer, this will resolve the value error. So it is also useful for debug, okay, and lot other things it can do. So for few of you were asking marketing, so let me show you that. Please create a marketing script for ChatGPT course which I present to my learners, right? The script should contain that it is taught by a very learned industry expert with best course content, right? Make the script short and sweet. So this is where generative AI comes, right? So I'm writing it, asking it to write a marketing script, and you see here now it has created that. Exciting news, we have curated an exclusive ChatGPT course taught by an industry expert with years of invaluable. This course offers this just to unlock. So it can do a lot of things. Create, if you are a project manager, create a project management uh, itinerary to develop a web app in 2 weeks with one developer or two developers, one UI expert, one UI expert, So what it can do, it can also create a itinerary. What week 1 you should do, what day 1, day 2 you should do, what day 3, day 4 you should do, week 2 what you should do. And if you look at the content, it will be pretty good. So this can easily do the work of a project manager also. Okay. Now, I'm coming to the main part of it, one of the agenda of today's discussion, that these are two ways to use OpenAI. What is the third? How do I use it for my application? So many of you are developing applications, right? How do I use ChatGPT for that? So for that, ChatGPT is providing something called OpenAI API. Okay, OpenAI API. So what is that? From OpenAI API, there is an API provided to you. Okay, there is an API provided which we can use. Okay, which we can use. Say for example, this is the API, and you will have to provide an open API key to it, and you can start using or pinging OpenAI ChatGPT product on its server using this API. Now, is this API free? No. You will be charged each time you use your key and you ping OpenAI models, OpenAI ChatGPT models, you will be charged for it. How many of you are getting what I am showing here? So how do I get the key? So once you create your login ID and password for when you create your basically you sign up on ChatGPT, you can create your own API key. So for example, let me create one key here. So I'm creating a new API key. I'm calling it demo SkillUp. Okay, I've created my API key. I'm copy pasting it, and it was created on November 21. Okay, perfect. So this key now I can use and integrate ChatGPT into my applications. So I can use it on Power Automate. If you see here, I can use Power Automate here wherever the key is there, right? So authorization bearer key, I can provide my key here. I have updated this key. I save it. And now if I run this, so it is I'm asking a question to ChatGPT now. For example, what is the capital of New Delhi? Oh, sorry, for India. Okay. So what it is doing, it is going and I have created this workflow for all of you. Right now, I'm not going into the details, but this is in Power Automate. You can see I asked what is the capital of India. It went to the website of OpenAI ChatGPT, and you can see it has come back with the answer. The capital of India is New Delhi. Okay. So this is done because of the key which I am using. Now, how do you use this key, right? How much charges will be done? All these things you will have to learn. Also from this key, you can ping different models of OpenAI, different versions of OpenAI. So ChatGPT has different models, right? You can select which models you want to use. Each model will cost on its own. Okay. So this is about Power Automate. Similarly on Excel. Okay. On Excel also you can give this key. You can create macros, and even on Excel directly you can integrate ChatGPT. Also, sorry, I'm just hurrying a bit here, but I want to show a couple of more applications. For example, I'm now developing my own application on Python, for example. Okay, I've written codes on Python where I want to use ChatGPT to act like a quiz master. You can see here, to act like a quiz master. Now for this, what I have to do, I have to connect my Python, this collab file, with ChatGPT. So there is already a package called OpenAI, you need to install that inside Python, right? You need to install that inside Python. Once you install that, you import OpenAI into your applications and you pass the key. Okay, so for example, I'll just pass the key. So this is my key. I pass this key and I am now saying that OpenAI, what I'm saying, you act like a quiz master and generate a total of 5 questions with multiple options to choose from. So what I'm doing here, I'm developing an application which acts like a quiz master. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to say here? Is it making sense? I know I'm rushing a bit here, but are you getting the idea? That, okay, boss, you have given a OpenAI key, you're connecting with OpenAI website, you're connecting with its ChatGPT model GPT 3.5, and you have told that you act like a quiz master, and uh, whatever the user gives an input, create a quiz on that. So for example, quiz on New Delhi, for example. Okay, now what I'm doing, I am now sending. Okay, so right now there is some change in this code. I'll have to look into that, what changes has been done. So basically it is saying that you'll have to go to the OpenAI package. You'll have to check what code change has done. So if you see here, there is some change in the code. Right, let us try to use this. So this, they keep on updating. So I guess they have updated recently. Yeah. Anyways, so suppose I connect to it and then I say print the result. What it has done, I had there initially given a demo quiz on G20. So what it is doing, by default, it is creating 5 quiz questions on G20, right? You can see it has done that. Now, similarly, the same thing I can show a demo on ChatGPT directly also. You are a quiz master. You are a quiz master. Create 5 questions with multiple options, 4 multiple options on New Delhi, for example. So suppose I write this, it will create this, right? Now, instead of doing this on ChatGPT, what I've done, I've done it through an application on Python. Now, many of you are UI expert here. I can easily create a UI for this where I can ask the user what quiz you want. It will answer that, and based on this, I will ping ChatGPT and I will get back the answer and show it on the UI. So this way you can create your own applications. How many of you are getting what I'm trying to show here? Okay. Now in this short duration, I could only explain you few technical terms, right? Now, recently, you know, there is a, from Skillup, there is a launch of a new course called ChatGPT training, from beginners to advanced. It will be done on the weekends in the morning timing. It will be 7 days course and 3 hours per day. Okay, so total of 21 hours of live sessions will be there. And the course will be done by industry expert. I will be taking one of the batches here. You will be learning from basic, right from if you're a non-developer, non-IT guy, you'll be learning the basic to advanced ChatGPT skills. Not only ChatGPT, you will also learn the other Gen AI tools with case studies, with hands-on, where you'll understand how you can improve your efficiency in your current job, or if you want to get into the skill of using ChatGPT, you will have a comprehensive modules on that. You will be provided recording of each session, and at the end, if you clear the sessions, you will get a certificate which would be industry recognized. Okay. Currently, this price would be 5,000 rupees as a launch offer price, right? You can connect with the coordinators in SkillUpRight if you want to register for the same. So what will be covered in the classes? There will be 7 modules, right? So first module, we will be understanding what is ChatGPT, what is Gen AI, what is ChatGPT, what is the human AI collaboration which is happening. At the end of this class, we'll give you a view of ChatGPT Plus, which is a paid subscription of ChatGPT. You will understand that. So in the first module, you will become an expert in understanding what is ChatGPT in general and what is Gen AI in detail. Okay, as I explained you, we'll go in more details. Module 2 is the most important module where you will learn how you can do prompt engineering. I know many of you may have already learned this, but many of you may be new here. So if you see here, in ChatGPT, we have to prompt whatever message we give to ChatGPT, that is called technically prompt, input prompt. Now, what output you get from a model, right, from ChatGPT or any Gen AI model depends on what quality of input you give, what prompts you give. So in this module, you will learn the important skill of how to do prompt engineering, right? In fact, there is a section of jobs coming up. A lot of demand for prompt engineers are coming now. Okay, you can look at various websites, job websites. Many companies are posting jobs for prompt engineers. So in this module 2, you will learn in depth how effective prompt designing can be done, what is the role of prompt engineering, so and so forth. Okay. So module 2, you will learn about what we discussed today, prompt engineering. Okay. Module 3, today I just showed you some demos of how it can be used for a developer, right? How you can ask it to write code, how can you write marketing script in ChatGPT. But in this course, to increase your productivity, we will learn ChatGPT, how it can be used for task management and prioritization with hands-on. So you will all do hands-on along with me. ChatGPT for research and information gathering, for content creation, for communication and collaboration, for personal productivity, what other things you can, like personal schedules, appointments, reminders, all these things you can easily do. A lot of case studies will be covered here. Okay. So similarly, say if you are a YouTube developer. So one of the participant in one of my class was a dietitian. So she is saying now her efficiency has increased a lot, where she is customizing the diets for each of her client using ChatGPT, right? Similarly, ChatGPT for developers. Many of you are developers, coders. How you can use ChatGPT to increase your coding efficiency, right? Including code generation and refactoring, code testing and debugging. How do you do code documentation? How do you do code search and retrieval and code style and formatting, right? So all these will be covered with case studies, and you will be using ChatGPT for this. Okay. How many of you are following what I'm trying to explain here, right? This is about the coursework. Or even with the coursework, what I'm trying to say, this is what you need to learn as a ChatGPT expert, or you want to get into the world of ChatGPT. These are some of the basic things you will have to learn, right? How ChatGPT can be used for different case studies, like creating marketing copy, drafting emails, managing personal schedules, appointments, right? So all these things can be done using ChatGPT. Similarly, if you are a developer, how ChatGPT can be used to develop codes, debug your code, document your code. All these can be done quickly using ChatGPT. We'll learn about that. The fifth part is the advanced topic, where you will learn, like how I showed you, ChatGPT APIs can be utilized, right? Similarly, I will show in this class how you can build a chatbot using ChatGPT. What are the best practices for creating ChatGPT applications? Not only that, we will also learn how you can retune your model. So the models in ChatGPT, you will want to retune it with your own data set. So how you can customize? Can you customize ChatGPT with your own data. Okay, so that can also be done using ChatGPT. In this course, we will teach you that how you can use ChatGPT API and retune your model. At the end, module 6, practical guide to development application. Here we will develop various applications. You can see here with ChatGPT and integrate it into different applications, right? So how we can do code generation with ChatGPT API, data analysis with ChatGPT API, right? In the existing applications, what are the strategies to use ChatGPT? If not ChatGPT, how we can use open source tools? One of you had asked, in case one of you had asked that in case I want to pitch to my company how I can use ChatGPT in the existing product, right? Now your company may come and say that, okay, you cannot use ChatGPT because there are security issues. Your data may get compromised, or also the other factor is ChatGPT is very expensive, which you will learn in this course. Pinging ChatGPT will cost you a lot of money, right? So if the company doesn't want to do that, what are the alternatives to that? So tools beyond ChatGPT, I will teach you what are the open source tools. Apart from that, there are various other Gen AI tools, DALL-E, right? DALL-E is a tool of OpenAI where you can create graphics using text. I will give you a demo of that. Midjourney, Tome, Bard, Bing, all these things will be thoroughly introduced and used in these modules so that you know what are things beyond ChatGPT. Okay. So what I would like to say is this 7 modules will take you from beginner to advanced level in Gen AI products, especially ChatGPT. You will also understand, say for example, from module 2, what is the role of prompt engineering? What can I do to get into that role, right? You will learn all the concepts which is required for a prompt engineer. You can enhance that and start applying for those jobs. Similarly, those who are coders, you can start using ChatGPT to develop applications, right? You can increase your job prospects in the future by developing applications around ChatGPT and demoing it to your clients, right? In your existing products also, you can have a good discussion with your product managers that I can work with you to integrate ChatGPT, bring in artificial intelligence into our existing products. So all these ideas will come to you. If you are already data scientist, with this you will learn the advanced concepts of ChatGPT, what is Gen AI, how you can retune the model, what are the data science aspects of it. All these things you will get a good feel of using this coursework. So many of my learners have done this, and they have come from different backgrounds, and most of them have suggested that it has been good learning for them in terms of not only enhancing their careers in their current role or augmenting their careers in current role, but also helping them understand what different roles they can take in future. Okay, I would definitely recommend all of you, whether you want to just use ChatGPT for your current profile or you want to explore different technology, this is a must learn tool. I think ChatGPT will become like a Microsoft PowerPoint. You need to learn prompt engineering, whatever job you do, whether you do a HR job, whether you do a coding job, whether you do a marketing, project management, you need to know how to use Gen AI tools. Okay, perfect. So I hope this was useful to all of you. I would have wanted to push in more demos, but as you may understand, there is a limitation of time right now. All of you, are occupied. We have time up to 4 o'clock. Perfect. So with this, I'll end the session. If you have any queries, please post it. I can see many of you have posted you want the Excel sheet. I think the coordinators may give you the link where you can find that. What is the UI creation tool for free which would go best with ChatGPT? Kamal has asked this. So Streamlit is something you can use, Kamal. So Streamlit, in fact, you can ask ChatGPT also to create a UI for demo on Streamlit. So Streamlit is a package in Python. You can create simply, so if you see for the current above application, it has already created that. I just need to run this and it will create a UI for me. Okay. Perfect. So with this, I'll end the session. Thank you all. I would have wanted to spend more time, but given the time constraint, I have tried to plug in what we had started with. I had made it whiteboard. I hope all of you enjoyed the session. I could take your engagement here. I can see high engagement with the responses you have given. So we understood a bit of AI. We understood what is the hype around Gen AI. I gave you some demos of ChatGPT. I showed you a quick demo of how ChatGPT can be integrated using API in ChatGPT and Power Automate and in Python. And I have concluded with what else you need to learn, right? Perfect. Thank you all then. I'll close off this session. Thank you all. Take care. Bye. Do give in the response. The coordinators have put in some links. That would be great if you could put in your response there. It will help us plan the sessions ahead. And also, if you want to be part of the course, it would be useful for us to understand and plan accordingly. Perfect. Thank you all. Oh, good to see so many of you. Do give in your feedback. I'm having a look at the chat. It will help me plan. If any feedback, you can post that and leave. Thank you all.